So you're looking at the 7HZ Salnotes Zero, the legendary $20 IEM that everyone says is the only earphone you'll ever need. But here's what surprised me. After months of daily use, I hit problems nobody is talking about. Therefore, today, I'm giving you the brutally honest review that could save you from buyer's remorse. For the best price, click the link in the description. Let's get into it. Act 1. The hype train versus reality check. Look, the hype is real, but is it justified? Let's unpack that. When you unbox the Salnotes Zero, the presentation feels solid for the price. You get the IEMs, that detachable cable, and a small set of ear tips. The build, with its plastic shell and metal faceplate, is lightweight and comfy. It's like putting on a pair of well-worn slippers for your ears, assuming your slippers are made of vaguely technical plastic. And that cable, it's fine. It's a cable. It detaches, which is a minor miracle at this price, but it's also a bit springy and wants to remember its original shape like a stubborn piece of spaghetti. Here's the first mini promise. I will tell you exactly where this famous tuning succeeds and where it quietly fails. You plug them in and the initial sound. It's clean. Shockingly clean for 20 bucks. The tuning is what they call neutral, aiming for accuracy. Bass is tight and present but doesn't overwhelm. Mids are clear. Treble is detailed. It's like listening to your music under bright, fluorescent office lighting. You see everything, flaws and all. For analytical listening, for dissecting a mix, it's a fantastic tool. It makes more expensive earphones look a bit silly. And this is a huge but, this is where we hit our first major problem. That brilliant, analytical tuning comes with a massive asterisk. Your ears must cooperate perfectly. The Salnotes Zero are notoriously picky with fit and seal. If you don't get that perfect vacuum seal in your ear canal, the entire sound signature collapses. The bass vanishes into thin air, and you're left with a thin, tinny, and frankly miserable listening experience. It turns from a precision instrument into a pair of cheap earbuds from a gas station. I'm not kidding. I had to cycle through all the included tips and then buy aftermarket ones to finally get a consistent fit. For a product touted as universally amazing, that's a universal pain. Let's rehook. What if I told you the cable is secretly the villain of this story? Act 2. The deep dive into the Zero problems. Therefore, let's talk about long-term ownership, the part most reviews miss. The first joke is on us, because the zero in the name might refer to the amount of strain relief on the cable connectors. Those tiny 0.78 pins plugging into the plastic housing feel delicate. There's no real reinforcement. After a few months of careful use, one channel on my cable started cutting out intermittently. A gentle wiggle at the connector would fix it, a problem I never have with my more expensive. It's a classic budget compromise, but it undermines the premium detachable feature they tout. You might be buying a replacement cable sooner than you think, which nudges the total cost up. Now onto the second, more subjective problem, listener fatigue. That bright, detailed treble I praised, it can be a double-edged sword. For extended listening sessions, say, a 2-hour podcast or a long workday, that emphasized upper range can become grating. Sibilant sounds like s and t in vocals can get sharp. It's not harsh for everyone, but if you're sensitive to it, the Salnotes Zero can feel less like a musical companion and more like a tiny, overly enthusiastic critic living in your ears, pointing out every single cymbal hit. It's accurate, but sometimes you don't want your music to sound like it's being audited. Here's a twist. The housing design, while ergonomic for many, can be awkward for some ear shapes. That angular nozzle and body can press against the antihelix part of your ear. For me, it was fine. For my friend with smaller ears, they became uncomfortable after 30 minutes. It's not a universal design flaw, but it's a lottery. And at this price, you can't really complain, but you should know you're playing fit roulette. Let me pause for joke number 2. The marketing says Zero provides limitless imagination. My imagination is currently limited to wondering if the left driver will cut out during this sentence. It didn't victory. Okay, back to the sound. The bass, while tight, lacks physicality and slam. If you listen to electronic, hip-hop, or anything that needs a visceral low-end thump, the Salnotes Zero will leave you wanting. They present the bass note, but they don't make you feel it. It's like watching a cooking show versus actually eating the food. You get the idea, but your stomach isn't satisfied. This isn't a flaw per se, it's the tuning choice. But for a one IEM to rule them all contender, it's a significant omission for many listeners. Act 3. The resolution and who should actually buy them. Therefore, after all this criticism, who is the 7HZ Salnotes Zero actually for? Let's be clear. It's an incredible technical achievement for $22. The value is insane, but it's not a flawless, universal recommendation. You should buy the Salnotes Zero if you are a beginner entering the world of quality audio and want a pristine reference point for what neutral sounds like. You primarily listen to acoustic, jazz, classical, or vocal-centric music where clarity is king. You need a second pair of analyzing earphones for editing or critical listening. You understand you might need to spend an extra $5 to $10 on better ear tips for a consistent seal. You should avoid the Salnotes Zero if you crave powerful, impactful bass. You have sensitive ears prone to treble fatigue. You need all-day comfort and a guaranteed fit for your unique ear shape. You want to set it and forget it, durable daily driver without any cable fuss. Joke number 3. Naming this IEM Zero was a bold choice. It's either profound philosophy or they ran out of names after timeless and eternal. My theory. The project manager hit zero on their calculator after tallying the production cost and just went with it. Here's the final, crucial perspective. The problem with the Salnotes Zero isn't the product itself, it's the unchecked hype surrounding it. It's been crowned the undisputed king of the budget arena, which sets unrealistic expectations. It has compromises. The cable is a weak point. The fit is finicky. The sound, while brilliant, is not for every genre or every ear. Thinking it will dethrone your $100 IEMs for every use case is a mistake. It's a spectacular specialist, not a perfect generalist. So the final verdict. The 7HZ Salnotes Zero is a landmark product that proves you don't need to spend a lot for great sound. But great has context. It delivers stunning clarity and detail for peanuts, but it asks for compromises in fit, cable longevity, and bass satisfaction. It's a 5-star product at its price point with 3-star real-world quirks. Therefore, don't buy the 7HZ Salnotes Zero thinking it's a magic bullet. Buy it knowing its limitations, and you'll be thrilled. Go in blind with hype-tinted glasses, and you might be digging for replacement tips and cables sooner than later. Final joke, my left earphone just cut out again while writing this conclusion. It's the universe agreeing with my review. A moment of silence, please. Too late, the Salnotes Zero already provided it. If you now want to try them for yourself with your eyes wide open, I've left the best available price on Amazon linked in the description below. Click there to check the current deal. Thanks for watching this honest review.